That feels like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Story checks out.
Yes, it checks out. Welcome to another People of SPX 2014. I am Paul from Washington, D.C. still, and I have another person to interview here. Can we have you start off by telling the audience what your name is and where you're from?
Okay, I am G.E. Gallus, and I am originally from this area. I was actually born in Washington, D.C. and grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Oh. I'm Zach Mason. I'm from Rockville, Maryland, so this is my hometown show.
Fantastic. How many SPXs have you attended?
As an exhibitor, this is my third. As an attendee, probably my 9th or 10th.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how have you seen it change from your first attended SPX to now?
It's sort of like ossified into this really nice mix of larger publishers, but then also still independent people. Like, I really like this show because you can still find people who are just putting out their first zine or their first mini, you know, alongside, you know, established like Fantagraphics and Drawn and Quarterly and these other like bigger publishers. So it's nice. They've managed to do something while expanding it. It's still staying true to its roots.
It's very cool. How many SPXs have you attended?
This is my second.
This is your second one.
I've been away from Maryland for about 5 years, and I only just recently got into kind of the indie comics and zines. So I'm excited that this is here in my hometown, I guess.
Have you been to other comic cons besides SPX?
Yes, I have. I actually used to live in San Francisco for 2 years, and so I did I exhibited there 1 year, Small Press Expo, and I've done the San Francisco Zine Fest, the DC Zine Fest, and Smudge, which is in Arlington, which I think was their first year earlier this year in March, I want to say. So
Smudge in Arlington.
Yes, Smudge Comic Arts Convention or something like that. It was at the Artisphere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have a lot going on in this area.
I know, it's amazing.
How would you say that SPX compares to those others?
This is huge. This is just like such a big event. There's so many people and it's so crowded. But overall, people are super friendly. I heard you saying in your previous interview that people are very friendly, and people are friendly even at this bigger convention.
It's not just me. She agrees.
Yes.
I've tabled at Cab in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Cake in Chicago. A few other smaller ones. Those are the first ones that come to mind. But
how does SPX compare to those?
I don't know. Like, okay, the best thing I can think of is yesterday when I was leaving, one of my friends was asking me, like, what was your favorite experience from today? What was your least favorite experience today?
Yeah.
And I only had favorite experiences. You know? there wasn't a sort of like, and then this happened and my whole day was ruined, or like, you know, there's just a really good vibe here. Like, this show is always really fun. Everyone's always really nice. I mean, yeah, I wish it had more drama, you know, and I wish I had more sort of like nuance to share, but it's just good.
Hey,
I like it.
I like hearing that. Are you a comics creator or just a reader?
Oh, yeah, I'm a creator, so I draw and write my own books.
Fantastic. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about your works?
So I do a series called Emotional Distance. The first couple books were single panel gags, and then lately the last 2 books have been more narrative, you know, actual self-contained stories instead of just single panels.
Fantastic. Although I love those single panel gags.
I know you do.
I laughed at them at the table.
I am a creator. I am both a writer and an illustrator.
Can you tell us about your work?
Right now, my big project is called The Poet and the Flea, and it's a fantastical reimagining of the life of the poet-painter William Blake, if you know Tiger Burning Bright.
Yeah.
And the flea is actually, he was haunted by this ghost of a flea, which was this big scaly creature. So that's the main antagonist of the graphic novel. I'm also working on some other things, like a collaboration with a writer friend, a graphic novel called The First Reich, about the Jewish Austrian psychoanalyst Wilhelm Reich, who was kind of in Freud's group. And so it kind of covers a lot of history of like the Holocaust and McCarthyism and all of this interesting stuff.
So a comedy.
Yes, very comedic, very comedic. It's actually really entertaining. It's very much like conspiracy theories, and it's not as dark as some other Holocaust-related material. So,
aside from your work,
yes.
What are some other works here at SPX that people should check out?
I really like the work of Noah Van Sciver. I think you pronounce his last name, I'm not sure. But he has a couple of really cool zines. They're kind of historically based. I know he has something published through Fantagraphics about Abe Lincoln. So kind of like Civil War type Western things, yeah. Also, I was freaking out earlier about Charles Burns, so I was first in line to get his autograph.
Wow.
I was like,
well
how
done.
did this happen? So I was kind of like super hyper, and then I finally calmed down, and now I want to nap. But
I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation, but there's this French publisher named either Fremok or Fremik. It's spelled Fremok.
Okay.
Their work is consistent and beautiful. It's amazing, and the two of the artists are here, and they're drawing in all of the copies and these beautiful ink washes. But yeah, like running down the list, Harris Smith is here with his negative pleasure books. You got Luke Howard here is doing amazing work. Elle Nichols is here. There's so many people here. I mean, it's great. It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good list. Are there any panels that you have yourself sat on or wanted to attend this year?
I really wanted to go to the Fremik panel, but I couldn't get away from the table. That's the only bad thing about doing these shows is like it's so busy. You get so many people coming to your table. It's hard to kind of break away. You know, I think it was 2 years ago I got to see Jaime Hernandez interviewed by Frank Santoro.
Wow,
it was amazing. It was amazing.
So cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I missed the Charles Burns panel.
Oh no! Oh no!
But at least I saw him.
At least you saw him and got his autograph.
I wanted to go. There was one. I ended up missing it. There was a 3 o'clock panel or workshop about like small press, small time publishing that seemed kind of interesting. But I was like, I have no one to watch my table.
For people who've never been to SPX,
Yes. Yeah.
what should they know about SPX?
I think if you are coming to buy comics, please bring cash. Like $1 bills and $5 bills are really appreciated because there are a lot of people who are like, do you take credit cards? And it's like, no, you can, buy something on my online store if you want.
Well, those are all the official questions. For the people who have never been to SPX, is there something you can tell them that they should know about this event, expo?
You should come. It's great. I can't think of any better way of saying it. Yeah.
You should come.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for being a part of my People of SPX. Thank you all for watching, and bye. All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
This was great.
Awesome. Thank you all for watching, and bye.
This is always a surreal experience for me because SPX is literally where I had high school prom.
That's so weird.